the open source software is going to change a lot how the operators do their business and how they will build their networks. Currently, the networks are built from proprietary, expensive, vertically integrated devices and software. Now, with open source and the network function virtualization movement, which was introduced by the service providers about 2.5 years ago, that will move the network building practice into high volume servers and switches and storage, which are used in IT data centers. And at the same time, the network applications, they will be moved into or converted into virtual appliances running on cloud computing technology like OpenStack, which is commonly used in IT data center cloud computing environment. So the building of the networks, the cost of the building of the networks will go down, which is currently a big problem for the service providers. And also the network will convert into an innovation platform instead of a pure bit pipe. Bit pipes are always needed, of course, for several purposes, but this network function virtualization movement will allow service providers to innovate in their networks and get more value of the networks by having new services, network applications, services, value-added services implemented into their networks in easy way, like having an application store kind of setup where the network functions, as they are called, virtual network functions as they are called, are developed and then downloaded from the application store into straight into the networks, which currently is not possible because of proprietary nature of the networks. And this really allows service providers to increase their revenue, which is a challenge right now, being only the bit pipe and other companies over the top players using the networks with the flat data rates. This would allow service providers to change their business model. It also requires a lot of training for service providers and equipment providers. They need to start understanding cloud computing technology, virtualization, how to have a flexible environment. And open source will play a big role there. Open source has increased its presence during the last 10 years to become a major trend in software industry as opposed to proprietary closed source software. And Red Hat is sort of an extreme open source company. All we do is completely upstream open source. We don't have any proprietary software. And right now we're working very closely with a lot of service providers to provide OpenStack technology, virtualization technology, operating system technology to be deployed in their networks to achieve all these benefits.